What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is officially time to give you guys a shop tour of Murph's Cartown Sports Shop. Something that I've been wanting to do for months and seemingly years now, but the shop's been always changing and such, so I finally have a good layout that I really do like that I'm ready to show you guys as we leave 2022 and head into 2023. Before I get into anything, I love the layout of this shop, but it's always changing with this and that, adding this, taking that away. So by the time I do this again next year, which I would love to do, it may look completely different. So that's just a small disclaimer. But right now, Mrs. Murph is holding the camera and she is at the doorway of the shop. So it's going to be kind of a POV that you would have. So when you first walk in, if you take a look right here on the right side, I need to do a little restocking. But here are the supplies, and this is a goal of mine for 2023, is to completely revamp the supplies. But as you can see here, we have penny sleeves, top loaders, one-touches, bags, carrying cases, and even TCG supplies, as well as cardboard boxes. Something that I originally didn't have when I first opened the shop. So having a plethora of supplies here on hand at the shop for people is something that I absolutely do love. The most favorite thing here at the shop from people is the new arrivals case, which everybody that walks into the shop gravitates. Not organized by any means, it is just new cards here at the shop that have gone here and that have been processed over the past 2 weeks. You'll see cards in there like Malik Willis RPA, Shaquille O'Neal out of 5 autos, Pokemon cards, graded cards, raw cards, anything that is new that has come here and has been processed within the past 2 weeks will hit this new arrivals case first before hitting any of the other cases. So when people first come in here, this is by far the first thing in their probably favorite thing to gravitate to here at the shop. So as we move along, we have our Pokemon case, we have TCG, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Star Wars, everything really that's not a sports card is in there. You'll see there's Fortnite, you'll see Pokemon, like I said, raw, graded, doesn't matter. I had trade night last night, so you'll kind of see the shop has a few holes that I need to fill, but those holes will get filled over the course of the day. So as we move along here, we have hockey, UFC, soccer, anything other than the big 3 sports, football, baseball, basketball, will be in this case as well. You see F1, like I already mentioned, soccer, hockey, wrestling, NASCAR, a good plethora of everything is in there that is not baseball, basketball, or football. And speaking of baseball, we have our baseball case right here, and with the off season, now that we're in the middle of winter, baseball is not too popular right now around here, but come spring training in February, this case will definitely get popular as time goes on throughout the course of the winter into the spring. Now before I talk about any wax, I do want to continue on with my sport cases, and right here, one of the most favorite ones is basketball. Raw basketball, graded basketball, one-touched, autos, PSA 10s, SGC, Beckett 10s, TGA 10s, just anything basketball is in here. We have autos, patch cards, base cards, inserts, silvers, anything and everything basketball is in there. And then over here in this case, we have the raw and graded football case. Similar to the basketball, just football. Graded, raw, patches, RPAs, autos, case hits, just anything, everything. Football is in this case right here. And like I mentioned before, cards will hit the new arrivals case first, and then they will hit the designated sports cases after about 2 weeks or so being in the new arrivals case. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, I just had trade night last night, so I have tons of holes to fill, but I do want to point your attention to the sports wax. A little dry right now. As you can see, the football is absolutely depleted, but I have the wax wall organized by sport. So the bottom shelf is baseball, the one above that is basketball, football is the third, and then the top row is multi-sport, wrestling, UFC, soccer, hockey. Anything that's not a big 3 goes up there. And guys, don't make fun of me because there's not a lot of football. I had trade night last night, which was very fun. Stay tuned for that video coming out soon. And then over here we have our TCG wax wall, which was a new addition in 2022. Something that's been absolutely crazy successful, especially the Pokemon. On the bottom we have Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic, a couple lower end TCG sellers. Of course the one box of MetaZoo as well. And then the top two shelves are reserved for Pokemon, as you can see. ETBs, booster boxes, tins, V-boxes, anything Pokemon is up there as well. I have Pokemon all throughout the shop because, honestly, it's probably one of, if not the best seller here at the shop. Something I didn't carry when I first opened up, but something that has absolutely blown up here in the hobby and of course here at the shop. Another new addition here at the shop in 2022 that I absolutely love, and it's a crazy hit success, is this break table. This break table can serve for many different reasons. You could have, you could organize a trade here, you could break a box here, you could organize cards here, you can literally do anything you want here. I absolutely love this table. This is like the center of the shop. People will come here, hang out, make deals, open boxes. Absolutely love it. Before this table, I just had some simple white tables, like those, tables that Bill's Mafia breaks. This table right here is by and far better. Have a couple game mats to really make it look nice. Mrs. Murph created these two mats right here in the middle. And the best part of all is this table is handmade by me and the help of Mrs. Murph behind the camera as well. Absolutely love this. I would love to add a second one. I just don't think I have the space for a second one. So I'll keep this one right now. And again, people gravitate to it. It's the center of the shop. People absolutely love just conversing and talking here. And it's definitely been a huge success. I absolutely love it. Over here, we have some dollar bins. As you can see, we have football, basketball, baseball, we have multi-sport, and then we got football, 50-cent football bins organized by team. We have 50-cent bin organized by team for basketball, and we have a nice Red Sox bin organized by player's last name. Pokemon bins down at the bottom, and then for the cheap cards, we have a nice 10-cent bin down at the bottom right here as well for those that are on a very, very tight budget. And then up top here, we have a ton of blasters. We have hockey, baseball, basketball, football, soccer blasters. As everyone's on a budget one way or the other, I think carrying retail products is an absolute key essential, because not everyone can afford the hobby boxes that are $100, $200, $1,000. But hey, someone might be able to afford a $35 box. So carrying a plethora of retail and of course hobby products, I think, is absolutely key to any hobby shop success. Right here we have jersey wall. We have obviously Murph's Cardtown shirt, the podcast shirt, and then we have a bunch of jerseys. Vince Carter jersey here, Zion Williamson, Giannis, just a bunch of jerseys here just for people to kind of go through. And over here I was talking about more Pokemon product. I have a ton of it here. V-boxes, Pokemon Go gift tins. Like I mentioned, I have Pokemon product all throughout the shop. Pokemon is blown up here and I have it everywhere, so you don't miss it at all. The bins that we have here, I love these bins. Mrs. Murph and I spent weeks organizing this. We have MLB teams, all 30 of them, organized by teams, and there's 11 total boxes. So if you're looking for a Houston Astros, you can go over here to the Houston Astros bin, grab a chunk out, and all you're going to do is go through Houston Astros cards. So yeah, it took us a while to organize that. And all 30 teams are organized like that. There's 11 bins, so do the math on that. And then at the bottom here, we have some Sports Illustrated for those vintage collectors that do remember when paper magazines were a real thing. I guess it seems like they're a thing of the past now. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video and the official shop tour video of Murph's Cardtown Sports Shop. I really wanted to make sure I showed you around here at the shop, showed you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, showed you the highlights and the big aspects of the shop, the new arrivals case, the break table, and everything else here at the shop. I really hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please make sure you smash the thumbs up button, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new or haven't considered subscribing. I would greatly appreciate the love and support. And if you enjoyed this video, which I do believe you did, I've queued up an excellent video right here for you guys that I do believe is going to be excellent for your sports card endeavors. Hopefully, I'll see you there.